How's it going today, everybody? I'm going to be showing you a 7-step process on how a wholesale deal works. Now, I get asked this question a lot. People are always saying, Tony, how does a wholesale deal work? No one explains it very well. And I know. It's like pulling teeth trying to get information on a wholesale deal, especially in Canada. So I'm going to make a simple 7-step process how a wholesale deal works. And hopefully this brings some value to you today. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about step number 1. Step number 1 is find an investor-friendly home. So what does this mean? This means you're going to want to look for properties investors are, looking for. So in my area, at least, in most areas, I would assume are the same, people are looking to invest in single-family homes that can be flipped, okay? Single-family homes that can be converted into a duplex, and any other multi-family home. These ones really hit the home runs, you guys. It's just everyone's always trying to get more units and rent them out and get more income, or other people are flippers and they just want to flip the property and make a profit. Okay, that is step number 1. Step number 2 is contact the homeowner. Okay, you're going to want to get in contact with the homeowner. And there's a couple ways to go about this. So you can either drop a letter in their mailbox directly, or you can look up their number on white pages, okay? Step number 3, you're gonna want to run your comparables on the property after talking to the homeowner and getting a price from them. Once you get a price from them, you can run comparables, okay? Now, how to run comparables is you're gonna wanna have a realtor who can help you guys. And the best scenario is you take your information, 3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, duplex conversion, $100,000 in renovations, right? At this price, send it to your realtor. They should be able to quickly pull comps up for you, send them back your way, and you should know very quickly if you have a deal or not. If you don't have an agent, no worries. Just go on realtor.ca and look at what houses are listed for in the area, and you can still get a rough idea of what prices are going to sell for, or at least listed for in the area. Okay, once you have your comparables, you're going to want to make an offer. All right, now you're going to want this right here, the agreement of purchase and sale, ORIA form 100. This is how you make your offer on the property. I have a video on how to fill this out. Go watch it right now. Once you make your offer, and let's say the property or the seller accepts your offer, okay? Perfect. You have the house locked up under contract. Now what? What you're going to do now is put a little package together for your investors, tell them why this is a great opportunity, tell them all the numbers involved, all this, okay? So put a little marketing package together. Once you have that together, you're going to want to send this to your cash buyers list that you've been building over the time, or post it on Facebook groups and Kijiji, okay? All right, so let's say your marketing worked and you have an investor on board, okay? You have an investor on board and they want to make you an offer. You're going to have to send them over this right here, Form 145, the assignment agreement. This is how you're going to sell the property from your possession to the buyer, okay? Once you have the assignment agreement all filled out, what you're going to want to do is take your original purchase and sale agreement and send it over to your investor as well. And they need to initial every page on that, okay? That's very important. So now you have all your paperwork together, your agreement of purchase and sale, and you have your assignment agreement, okay? All right, so now you have your paperwork filled out, the agreement of purchase and sale and the assignment agreement, okay? You're gonna need your investor to initial every page of the original agreement, so make sure you send that over to them. Once you have all the paperwork, you need to waive conditions with yourself and the buyer, and yourself and the seller. So what do I mean by that? When you make an offer on the property, it's conditional upon inspection and partner approval. You'll see this in the video on how to make an offer, okay? So, once you have your investor on board and all this paperwork signed, you want to waive agreements. Now you're going to need a waiver. This you can also find online, okay? I forget the exact form, but if I remember, I'll post it down below, okay? You're going to need a waiver between you and the seller to waive your conditions of finding your partner, and you're probably going to need a waiver between your buyer and yourself to waive conditions because they might need conditions on inspection or whatever, okay? So that's that. So waive the conditions, and now what's the next step? Next step would be sit back and wait for closing. Not exactly though. You're always going to want to follow up with your seller and your buyer and just keep communication within the time of the closing. Let's say it's 30 days or 60 days. That can be a long time. You just want to call and follow up and make sure everything's still going to go smooth and work well. So that's good. So how does the deal work once it closes? It's a little bit different every situation, you guys, but typically your seller's lawyer will be in contact with the buyer's lawyer, and they will do all the paperwork, and they will hold your assignment fee in a trust account, and either the seller's lawyer or the buyer's lawyer will either be holding this. All right, so how does closing work? So the seller's lawyer and the buyer's lawyer will get in contact with each other and do all the paperwork. And then once they have everything figured out, who's taking over the property, how you're involved, this and that, the buyer will pay the seller and the seller will get paid, okay? So what about your fee? This has been different on 2 occasions for myself. The first time, the buyer paid the seller and the seller's lawyer held the money in trust for me, the assignment funds. And then the second time around, the buyer's lawyer held the funds in trust for me. So the lawyers will see that you're involved in what's going on and how much you should be holding, and they should have it. But always call on closing day and follow up with the lawyer, both lawyers. You know, figure out who has your check and try to figure this out beforehand with your buyer and with your buyer. Just talk to them about it. You can even ask for your assignment fee up front, but you're not going to build a good relationships that way, you guys. Let's say I assign you a property and say I want $5,000 today for you to assign this property. If I don't know the guy, then maybe, okay? But if I know these people and I want to build a relationship, I'm usually going to collect the fee on closing day. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you liked today's video. I hope it brought some value to you, and you may have to watch it twice as there's a lot of information compact into this video. So be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel so I can keep the content coming. And like I said, I hope this brought some value to your day, and take this information and put it into action. That's key. You have to put this information into action. All right, you guys. Thank you.